Pain has always been something drug companies have tried to fix. Anti-inflammatories such as ibuprofen and aspirin are non-addictive but less effective than opioids. Companies were trying to come out with a more effective anti-inflammatory drug, and thus Vicoxx was born. Vicoxx was designed based off of ibuprofen, which blocks enzyme your body creates causing inflammation, COX-1 and COX-2. COX-1 also protects the stomach, and by blocking it can cause stomach ulcers. Merck wanted to create a drug that just blocked COX-2 to reduce stomach ulcers and came up with Vicoxx. This drug hit the market in May 1999 after the Vigour study was released. Vigour was the Vicoxx gastrointestinal outcome research study, which was an 8,000-person study started in January 1999, with half the participants taking Vicoxx and the other half taking naproxen, a version of ibuprofen. The results showed 56 upper gastrointestinal events for subjects taking Vicoxx versus the 121 suffered from subjects taking naproxen. This was awesome news for Merck, showing it did reduce stomach ulcers as intended. However, in November 1999, the study panel for Vigour revealed that there were 79 patients suffering heart issues on Vicoxx versus the 41 taking naproxen. The panel ultimately declared it was safe to continue with the study as the results were, to quote, disconcerting, but the number of events were small. They later published the results in the New England Journal of Medicine. They claimed the increased heart issues from Vicoxx were merely that naproxen protected against heart attacks and blood clots. This was not true. They also failed to mention in the article the 3 people who died from heart attacks on Vicoxx who were at low risk of heart failure, one of these being a 17-year-old girl. Now, several people in the scientific community questioned these results and did independent studies on it, and in September 2004, Merck had to withdraw Vicoxx from the market. After being out for just 5 years, over 20 million people had taken it, with roughly 88,000 people suffering heart attacks and 38,000 of them dying. In 2007, there were 27,000 plaintiffs in the litigation against Vicoxx, and they were awarded $4.8 billion. It was good that those affected were getting proper compensation. However, Merck had earned $12 billion off Vicoxx, and even with the Department of Justice charging them just under $1 billion and the lawsuit settlement and the cost of production, they still managed to make a profit. One of the key causes of this is selection bias. The size of the test group heavily dictates how accurate the results will be. Because their test group was smaller and they did not indicate the 3 people that died, this heavily indicated how people interpreted the effectiveness of Vicoxx and how it ended up helping people. Another reason this drug did the damage it did was group thinking. On the Vigour panel, there were people that did not agree with Vicoxx should continue to be used, but because almost everyone else in the room said it was fine, those skeptics went along with it because they did not have the courage to oppose the group. Another psychological effect was no one whistleblew. Whistleblowing is where someone sees something being done that is unethical and tells on them even if it hurts their own company. This is a very hard thing to do as it is seen as turning on your coworker, but it is something that can save several people's lives. There is an email where someone working on Vigour's study said that they knew the heart issues, but the company would do well, and they would in turn do well. They did not want to whistleblow since they were going to earn money and did not want to turn on their company. One way to prevent this from happening in the future is to require studies show all their results and not just summarize it in a Journal of Medicine article. The only time a company has to reveal their full trial results is during lawsuits, and by then it's too late to help those already affected. If the results had showed the 3 people dying and how people on Vicoxx were increased risk of blood clots and heart attacks, perhaps the drug would have been removed sooner and not taken as many lives as it did. Thank you.